Hello YouTube, Vlogger Nerex Rants here, and this week my video is another video on gun violence in America. Now, the mass shooter tracker was recently updated with a new definition, and I don't agree with it. The gun violence archive methodology derived from the FBI is 4 or more people shot and or killed in a single event incident at the same general time and location, not including the shooter. This means that about 40 mass shootings from 2015 was taken off the list, as the fourth injury or death was the shooter, him or herself. So far this year, there has been, in just 119 days, 91 mass shootings in America, according to this new definition. According to the old definition that one of the other gun violence sites use, put the number at something like 123. So we're still having a mass shooting a day. We're still having, on average, about 5 people shot a day. But it gets worse. 25 mass shootings in the last 2 weeks. Each of the rows, each of the pages of the Gun Violence Archive list of mass shootings has 25 mass shootings on it. One page only goes back to the 16th of April, 2 weeks ago. That's right, using this new definition, there have been 25 mass shootings in the last 2 weeks. And this includes 8 days where there have been more than one mass shooting in a single day. Unbelievable, isn't it? And there has been 33 mass shootings in America since just the 7th of April. That's more than one a day. It gets even worse though. So far, of the 91 mass shootings we've had 119 people dead and 333 people injured since January 6th, where the first mass shooting happened. So, I'm just going to quickly explain why I'm doing this video, and then I'll continue on. This is the 20th anniversary of the largest mass shooting in the recent history of Australia, the Port Arthur Massacre, on my birthday in 1996. I was a year old when this happened. Left 35 people dead and 24 people injured. This led to radical gun reform by John Howard, then Prime Minister. And like I said in another gun-related video, that was one of the few things I really give a lot of credit to John Howard for. Now, I do say that despite Reuters saying that there has not been a single mass shooting in Australia since Port Arthur, if we use the definition that I mentioned earlier, since the Port Arthur mass shooting, there has been 2 mass shootings in Australia. The first mass shooting occurred on the 21st of October 2002 in Melbourne, Victoria, where 2 people were killed and 5 were injured in a mass shooting by Huan Yuanxiang, who was mentally deranged with an enormous delusion of persecution by the victims whom this guy shot. The other mass shooting occurred very recently, in fact the 9th of September in 2014. This happened in Lockhart, New South Wales, where Jeff Hunt killed 4 people in his murder-suicide shooting spree before turning the gun on himself. Most of the time we don't call them mass shootings, we call them shooting sprees. However, on average, in 3 days, America has more mass shootings than Australia's had since Port Arthur. And since Port Arthur, the murder rate in Australia has fallen by more than 70%. From 0.54 people per 100,000 to 0.15. 0.54 in 1996, 0.15 in 2014. This is in perfect condition of everything that most US candidates for the 2016 election keep claiming. They are either against toughening the gun laws or full on denounce Australia's policies. And this includes the US National Rifle Association, who claim that Australian laws make no sense. Here's something else to think about here. Just to give you an idea. Every single time people are killed in Australia, whether by guns, knife or a coward's punch, it makes headline news. In America, on the other hand, not even fucking secular talks about very many of the mass shootings. Oh, there's probably someone who does, but I don't know. There's just been so many mass shootings in America that these people in America have become so desensitized to this form of senseless violence and needless waste of life. It's simply incredible. And in comparison to America, in 2016, Europe's mass shooting count sits at 10, not counting Russia. A total injury count of 48 people and a death count of 6. In comparison, more than 300 people injured and more than 100 people dead in mass shootings this year. In fact, since 2001, more people have died from mass shootings than from terrorism. And this includes 9/11. And yet, no politician is willing to discuss this. After hundreds, thousands of mass shootings, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, hell, probably millions by now, have died in gun violence. Why? Well, I think it's pretty obvious why. The final point here, money in politics. People like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are not bought. And they want to stop legalized bribery and attempt to break into the establishment dictatorship that the United States of America has been since inception. And so I'm not a complete hypocrite, I do have a rant about money in politics in Australia coming in the near future. Stay tuned. Yet every single Republican takes a huge amount of money from the National Rifle Association. And what do the leadership buy most of theirs from? The gun manufacturers, who want a gun anarchy, where there are more guns in circulation than people. Everything wrong with the United States of America comes back to money in politics. And mass shootings is just one of them. That is why we need people like Bernie Sanders in the White House to stop everything. Everything. Stop money in politics. Everything will improve in America. Just look at the statistics. So that is my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please rate, comment, share and subscribe, and have a great day everyone.